Hey everybody, Steve here from the Illinois store in our recording studio. I have a very, very rare bird here. As you may know, I have acquired some instruments that were new old stock, and they had been part of a collection that a music retailer had for many, many, many years. I know this collection very intimately because I visited the shop 25 years ago the first time, and some of these very instruments that we purchased now were there 25 years ago and had been bought new and were sitting there for at least 20 or more years prior to my showing up. And here is one of them. And this is a particularly interesting example. Rogers. Those of you who know me know that I'm a Dynasonic fan, and the earliest Rogers Dynasonics had a 7-line shell. And the very earliest version of that 7-line shell was a flat, basically flat shell like this. The later versions had a reinforcement area here and here. So what you've got here, this was a shell that they actually had bought from Gretsch. So the very first 7-line shells were basically a thin Gretsch shell, which is what this is. The interesting thing about this is that this is not a Dynasonic. This is actually an 8-lug, which at the time would have been a holiday model. And at that point in time, they had a clock face strainer, but they also had this strainer called a utility strainer. So the very interesting thing about this is I don't see this particular drum cataloged anywhere with a utility strainer. But this drum is absolutely new old stock, has never been played. The original snare wires are on the drum, the original heads. Of course, the tall boy hoops, because of the era that this was made. This would have been, with this shell, this would have been probably right around 1959, 1960. And that utility strainer was used from probably around 1958 till about maybe 60, 61. Batter head is the original Rogers head. A little discoloration, but not a stick mark on it. And the drum is immaculate, absolutely immaculate, and a truly, truly rare bird. So, you know, 5x14, holiday model, for lack of a better word, with a 7-line shell, which is the early Gretsch shell, and a utility strainer instead of a clock face. So this is a very, very rare drum, never been played, new old stock, from roughly 1960. So that gives you an idea how old this piece is. We will make this available for sale. I'm not going to play it because I'm not going to be the first one to play it. Whoever buys it can be the first one that plays it. You'll see it up on our website, and you'll also see it up on our Reverb store. Thanks, everybody.